And welcome everybody. Maybe Gymnasium, beautiful campus of Our Lady of Lake University. Natalie Fazio coming down with the point there, the senior from Plano. Finished the match yesterday with 12 kills in the victory. They had 4 sets over Jarvis Christian coming here against Wiley College. Wiley dropping a match in Austin yesterday against Houston Tillotson. Coming back down. And sent back over by Marquez. And that's going to get past Fazio, and that'll tie it up at 1 apiece. Saints coming into the match 11-2, 4-0 in Red River Athletic Conference play. It's a serve coming up over the net. Beffer, and that's down and brought up nicely there from the libero, Scott. And that's off as Maldonado and Marquez collide. 2-1, Wiley will take the lead here. As a serve picked up by Ketchens. Across Rivetta. Now it's going to be blocked down, blown up at the net by Tiana Johnson. That's a serve coming here from Marissa Neal. Into the net, service error. 3-2, Wiley with the lead here in set number 1. As Amanda Esparza right back the other way. Service error, and 4-2 now the score in favor of Wiley. So Tiana Johnson sends the serve, and 3 consecutive service errors now, and it's 4-3 the score in favor of Wiley. So Kalani Ketchens, 18 kills, 4 straight service errors here by both teams here, and it's 5-3 Wiley. So the Saints picking up where they left off yesterday. The season high 17 service errors last night in their victory against Jarvis Christian. Beffer to Ramirez. Now set up, sent over there by Martin. Kept alive, Beffer back to Ramirez. To Rivetta, I'm sorry. Anissa Rivetta, the senior. 10 kills last night. Gets that down, and it's a 5-4 lead now for Wiley. So Anissa Rivetta to serve. Rivetta over. Set up there by Sousa. Rivetta sets around Maldonado. Maldonado into the net. Unforced error point for Wiley. And now 6-4 the score. So Tononi Martin with the serve just over the net. Rivetta sets across Fazio. Fazio popped back up there. Carlos. And that's going to be sent out wide. Point Wiley, 7-4 for the Wildcats. Back goes for Martin. Rivetta sets up over the top. Ballesteros gets to the fall. And 7-5. Saints trailing by 2 now. Set number 1. Saints playing without the conference's leading setter, Anissa Thomas, who's still injured. Tihana Kruta, the team's leading blocker, is out. And the team leader in kills, Bailey Hubbard, also out with injuries still. So 8-5 there after the point. There is Maldonado coming out. And coming in, or actually Maldonado coming in. Coming to serve now for Wiley is going to be Haley Williams. It's Williams with the serve over. Rivetta keeps it alive, and Fazio will send it over. Sousa sets up, sent back, dug up by Maldonado, kept alive Esparza, and just over the top there, Fazio. There, Souza again sets back, sent over, not able to keep that one there off the shot from Marissa Neal. So 9-5 now, the lead for Wiley here in this first set. Up over the top, Rivera sets back around over to Ballesteros to try to sneak that over. Sousa back again the other way for Neal. Blocked at the net by by Ballesteros and Esparza. Rivera sets up again, and there a little confusion as Marquez comes back to put it over. Neal over back towards the back line, picked up Maldonado. Rivera crossover to Fazio. Now, Souza across, Neal out past the line, and the long point goes to the Saints. Saints back to within 3 now, trailing 9-6. So Kalani Kitchens, the junior, coming back in, and she'll be at the net with Esparza and Fazio. Serve there from Marquez. Souza cross over to Neal, and a whistle, and point. That's a violation before the point went down there on the Saints. And so a 4-point lead again here for Wiley. Alexa Souza with the serve over. Fazio keeping it alive. Rivera sets up. Kitchens blocked up and blown up out the net by Neal and Johnson. And a 5-point lead for Wiley. So 11-6 now. Souza over the top, kept alive by Maldonado. Now it's going to be sent long, unforced error. And a 6-point lead, largest lead. As Souza still serving for Wiley. Up over the top. Rivera back, Fazio. Blocked out at the net again. As Wiley controlling the net right now, as that Johnson and Collier on the block that time. So 7-point advantage now for Wiley here in set number 1. Over the top, Rivera sets around over to Kitchens. That's blocked up but kept alive there. Sousa back around, and Collier puts it over. Or Collier. Esparza sends it over, sets up. Sousa over to Johnson. Johnson had to reach for that one. Marquez up. Fazio off the fingertips. Point for the Saints. No! Unbelievable! You saw the ball go up in the air and then down. It touched the hand, it went up in the air and came down. And now they're going to talk, because you saw the change of trajectory from the ball going off the finger. It went up and then came down, and somehow because everybody up here, I think Lena was ready to put the point down for the Saints, and now they give it to the Saints, making the correct call. As they saw the change of trajectory, as the other officials got together, a good job to make the correct call there. So 13-7, Saints still trailing by 6, but every point matters. And now, the Wiley head coach wants to go and ask about it, I guess, but you could clearly see the change of trajectory from the ball after it was touched. And the other two officials both came. And so it's going to change. It's going to stay the correct call. And so the head coach for Wiley still talking about it there with this play. Everybody else in the gym saw the change of trajectory, and coach for Wiley still talking to the head official. There, Sousa sets up, back, deal into the net, unforced error, point Saints. So 13-8. now the score. Over the top, Fazio. Sousa sets over, Johnson sends it. Rivetta kind of missed it, but Esparza keeps it. Nice dig up there, and now back around over for the Saints. Rivetta sets up, Ketchens, droops it over the top. Sousa back around Neal. Neal kept alive, Fazio. Rivetta sets up, Ketchens. Ketchens sends it back, but they're waiting for it. Was Martin, and that's going to go long. Point for the Saints. So 3 in a row for the Saints. Now draw them back to within 4 here. Wiley sends it back, Fazio. Rivetta sneaks it over, kept up there, Martin, back around. Again there, Marquez. Sets up Fazio from the back line, mishits, but it finds its way, bounces over. Caught the curtain, but again, stays back for Wiley. Wiley sends it back, again at the net. Neal sends it up. Sousa, back to Neal again, blocked at the net. Over the top, and that's going to kept alive by Marquez. Back, oh no! 4 hits, they said. So 4 touches, and so it's going to be 14-9. So Neal, as I guess they're saying it wasn't a block over on that side. Rivera that time blocked out. Point for the Saints. So 14-10. And the blocking error over the top there from Esparza. Set up, Johnson over and in the point. Oh, I'm sorry, Collier. Talisa Collier puts that one down. And now, Tiviana Johnson with a serve over for Wiley College. Beffer sent over by Maldonado. Back around Collier. Beffer back, Rivetta. Rivetta over the top. Not able to keep it alive and sending it underneath the net. There was Johnson, and point for the Saints, trailing by 4, 15-11. So Kalani Ketchens to the serve up over the net. Sousa sets around, sent back by Martin, blocked at the net by Ballesteros. Beffer up, step over the top. Again, that's down and put down. Carlos De Silva puts that one down. So 4-point lead for Wiley, or 5-point lead, 15-11 here. As Merritt Elder to serve. Elder over. Beffer, it's over Ballesteros, push it back towards the line. Neal keeps it alive. Around over to Martin. Martin dug up there. Kept alive again, but not going to be able to keep it over there as Maldonado just off the mark there, and point for Wiley. 6 is the lead, 17-11 here. Here in set number 1. Elder. Beffer back to Rivetta. Rivetta puts it down. So Anissa Rivetta with her 4th kill now. So Anissa Rivetta to serve now. It's Fazio back in the match for the Saints. And now Wiley again talking to the official. So now ready to go and up and over there by Rivetta. As Martin puts it back, sent back by Maldonado. Sousa, back blocked at the net by Fazio. Martin, sent back again. Set up the top, Maldonado back. Sousa keeps it alive. Put up there by Scott. Rivetta sets up again as Ballesteros Sadie Ballesteros puts it down. So 17-13. Saints back to within 4 now. Sousa sneaks it over the top. And the kill for Sousa as it's now 18-13. Back to a 5-point lead. Wiley's led by as many as 6 here in this first set. The serve received there by Maldonado. Ballesteros pushed it back. Scott keeps it alive. Sousa over to Neal. And that's going to find the back line point for Wiley. And they matching their largest lead of the match now at 6 points. 19-13, set number 1. Martin to serve. Received by Maldonado. Rivera pushes over to Fazio. Dinks it over, but kept alive now. Back and at the net, but kept alive. As Neal shot. Rivera. Fazio finds it inside. Natalie Fazio finds the mark. And that's going to be the 3rd kill for the senior from Plano. So, Journey Dimas to serve. And just over the top, Sousa keeps it alive. And across over to Neal. Rivera back. Fazio over the top. Scott, Sousa, and a good job. Wiley keeping it going there. It's Carlos De Silva there. As Fazio gets it down again. Kill number 4 for Fazio. Saints have cut it down to 4. And again, another stop here for we'll clean the perspiration off the floor. So 19-15. Saints right now in first place, all load. Half-game lead on Wiley, who lost last night to Houston Tillotson. And that'll go long, service error. That'll be the 3rd service error. And it's 20-15 now. Wiley up with a 5-point advantage. Haley Williams. Wiley selected to win the conference in the preseason coaches ranking. And that's a service error. And 3 now for Wiley on the service area mark. As earlier in the set, we had 4 consecutive service errors. 2 from the Saints, 2 from Wiley. Marquez there, Scott. Sousa pushes across over to Neal, off the fingertips of Fazio, and they're trying to save it, unable to. And 5 points is the advantage. Saints have found themselves to get down to 4-3 a couple of times, and Wiley always able to push it back up and keep around that 5 mark. That's Sousa with the serve. And that's going to be on the line, service ace. Sousa, her first ace of the match. And the first ace for anybody. And a timeout is called by Coach Matera. Senior here for Wiley. It's been in some very big matches between the Saints and Wiley. And that's it, Log. As her and Anissa Rivera for the Saints. Some of these big battles between Wiley and Olu. Sousa over. 7-point lead for Wiley. Fazio. Back at the net. Goes over and into Marquez. At an 8-point advantage now for Wildcat College with set point. Rivera sets up Catchins, and that's going to go wide. And point for Wiley, and they'll take set number 1, 25-16. as Neal sets up here. 2-0 lead for Wiley here, set number 2 after taking the first one. Rivetta there at the net. Unforced error, the point for Wiley, and quickly a 3-0 lead for the Wiley Wildcats over the Saints right here. Neal had a big first set. It up and over, received by Marquez. Esparza as Befford just getting it over the net for the Saints. Sousa sets up over for Collier. Collier is going to be violation coming into the net, or coming back player coming up to the past the 10-foot line. So 4-0 Wiley. They're coming out earlier in this set. Ketchens. Sousa sets back and up over the top is Johnson's shot. All the way across Rivetta. Rivetta going to be wide on that one, and 5-0 Wiley here. Not the start to the second set that Coach Matera was looking for the Saints, or the rest of the Saints there. As Neal. Beffer sets up Ketchens. Sousa, push back over, and off the fingertips of the libero Marquez, and another point for Wiley, and that's going to be a timeout. 6-0 Wiley leads. You're watching Saints Soccer on the as the serve there, not able to get it back. As Beffer 7-0 now. Wiley with the lead here, starting off the second set. As Neal still serving. Received there from Marquez. Beffer to Ketchens. Ketchens blocked back again at the net as Wiley. They are having a block party this afternoon. But finally a point on the unforced error. So the serve here from Ketchens. So Marquez there. 8-1 the score. Over the top. Over the top, Martin gets it. Dug up nicely by Esparza. Marquez sends it over. Sousa sets up. Missed there. And into the net. As coming in to take the big swing was Carlos da Silva. But she missed on it, and Martin got caught under the net. So 8-2 the score. So back we go. So trying to figure out some issues here. So 9-2 we finally is a score here for Wiley. And the serve was there, was Elder, put it over. Now back Martin as Marquez can't keep it alive. And it's 10-2 now. Largest lead of the match. I'm sorry, not the largest lead. It's 1 under the largest lead. Again, another block of the net for Wiley. Marquez, or Maldonado that is. Sousa, across over to Martin. Marquez. Esparza. Fazio just sending it over the top there. Carlos da Silva to Sousa. Back over to da Silva. As Ballesteros puts it down. And 10-3 the score. Wiley with the lead here. As Journey Dimas to serve. And into the net, service error. It's 11-3. And this is the end of the first half of the season here. For the Saints, as they will start the second round of conference play next week after this one. Rivera by Esteros into Scott's arm. Scott not able to do anything with it. Point for the Saints is now 11-4. So now Marquez to serve. And snuck over. Did she go in? And so point for the Saints as Sousa went under the net. Or into the net there. And so 12-4 now, the 8-point advantage. Sousa sets up for Carlos da Silva on the line, calling it. And now the official up top will overrule and we'll call it out and point for the Saints. So 11-6 now. And that's a service error. So 12-6 the score. So 6-point lead. And Williams to serve. Rivera, Ketchens, and that's off the fingertips. No, not off the fingertips. Looked like she was off the fingertips. So a point for Wiley. And now Marquez, Rivera, Fazio blocked again at the net as Neal and Johnson combine on that one. 8-point lead, timeout. Saints trailing 14-6. Second set, down 1-0. You're watching Saints Volleyball. The Olu Saints Network. Sosa. Set back there is Marquez. Rivera. Back over to Fazio. And put back over. Fazio. Nicely kept alive. (14-8). Sorry, we're getting hectic with all kinds of events going on today. So 15-8 the lead now for Wiley. Speffers checked back in. Sousa now to serve. Sousa sits around as Neal puts it, and violation on the Saints, and point for Wiley as they have doubled up the Saints here, 16-8. And service error there coming from Sousa. So 16-9. As Barza. The serve's over. Sousa. Sent over by Collier. And Martin not able to keep that alive. And point for the Saints, now trail by 6. At 16-10 here in set number 2. Sousa around, blocked at the net by Ketchen. Sousa sends it over. Beffer, there over to Rivetta. And touched at the net by Wiley. Point for the Saints and Anissa Rivetta. Beffer, Ketchens into the net. Unforced error. At 17. So 17-11 the score. And back of the net, point for the Saints. So Ketchens a serve here. Saints trailing by 5 now. They've scored 4 of the last 5. They get 5 of the last 6. Sousa's return comes back into her face. And caught her in the nose there. As she's good to go now. 17-13. Saints trailed by 8 a moment ago. Have cut it in half down to 4. Not able to get to it. Sousa made the run from one side of the court to the other, and Grant kind of stood there. And so the Saints now within 3. 17-14. Ketchen serving. As it kept alive there. And Collier sits it over. Beffer sets up by Esteros off of Scott into the stands. Point Saints. Saints now back to within 2. As they have scored now 7 of the last 8, 8 of the last 9 points, back to within 1. Trailing 17-16 here. Set number 2, timeout Wiley. 16. As they've scored 8 of the last 10, set away. It's going to be a blocking error out, point Wiley. The lead is 18-16. So the timeout good for Wiley. As Johnson now to serve for Wiley. Rivetta puts it over. Sousa catches the antenna, or just past the other side of the antenna. And so Rivetta will get that, and it's 18-17. Saints trail by 1. Sousa, and that's Carlos De Silva as Esparza stuck her hand out and caught a piece of it. And point for Wiley. Back up by 2, 19-17. As they hold her to serve. Or over the top is Sousa. Martin there into the net. Point Saints. 19-18. Journey Dimas to serve. Sousa sets back. De Silva puts it in. Wiley puts the lead to 2. 20-18 now. It's Ashley Maldonado. Checks in. Martin to serve for Wiley. Serve over. Rivera. Ballesteros blocked again. Maldonado. Fazio over the top. Back of the net, Ballesteros. Sousa. Back over Collier. Push back, Ballesteros. Sousa. Back around to Silva. It's going to be. And a point. Official making the call with her back turned. And so a 3-point lead for Wiley, 21-18. Martin over. Maldonado. Rivera. Fazio puts it over. Kept alive there by Elder. Pushed over the top at the net. As Collier able to put that one there. Point. Oh, I'm sorry, Neal puts that one there. So 4-point lead. Wiley starting to pull away again here in the second set. Martin over the top and unable to make the return. And it's 23-18, 5-point lead. Saints got back to within 1 after trailing by 8. We're down to 7-0 in the second set. Came back, got to within 1 at 19-18, but now 4 to row for Wiley. Ballesteros off the defenders, kept alive. Sousa across, now over to Neal. Blocked to the net by Fazio and Ballesteros. Neal again, blocked by Ballesteros. Sousa, Neal, over the top, Marquez. Rivera sets back Fazio. Fazio off the fingertips there over to Elder. Back around, snuck over, kept alive. Nice dig from Rivera. Fazio sends it back. Scott keeps it alive. No! And so Coach Scott Matera, because they said it went over the line of the antenna. So set point now for Wiley. And a card out for Coach Matera. Marquez, Rivera, over the top, Ballesteros. Kept alive, Elder. Sousa sets back, Carlos Da Silva off the fingertips. And kept alive, back and long and out wide. That'll do it. Wiley takes set number 2, 25-18. Lead 2-0. Take a break. Set number victory at Maybe Gymnasium last night, and their 50th win since 2015. They are 50-3 at home since 2015. On the top, that's Beffer. Sends across to Maldonado. Off the reach of Scott. Point Saints. And that's the first lead the Saints have had since early in the first set. As Ketchens. Beffer sneaks it back over the top. Sousa. That's it over and reaching there as Collier gets it over. Maldonado not able to get it. So 2-1 now. Saints with the lead. And the serve coming here from Neal. Beffer. Ballesteros. And violation as Martin came up from the back. And the point for the Saints now 3-1. Anissa Rivera the serve. And service error for the Saints. 6 here tonight for the Saints. 17 at season high last night for the Saints. And service error again. And every time somebody hits a service error, at least the first one, the following team will follow up with it. So that is the fourth time that we've had back-to-back service errors here in this match. And that one back, kept alive there. Now Sousa around over to Martin. Dug up by Marquez. Back around Fazio. Fazio blocked again at the net. Blocking error, point Saints. That's the blocking error on Carlos De Silva and Martin. 5-2. Saints with a 3-point advantage. That is their largest advantage of the match. And a match that has been pretty much dominated by Wiley. And a service error there by Dimas. Into the rafters. Need to just get it over is Rivera. Scott comes in there. Sousa pushes across to Martin. Martin puts it down. Point Wiley. And Wiley back to within one. Saints attack percentage has not been well here in the match. Right now 0-64 for the match. Wiley 2-08. Saints were 0-26 in the last set. And Wiley was 2-25 in set number 2. A little better started off early on. A 6-4 Saints lead. Saints right now at 667 here in this third set. Or 500 in this third set. 200 for Wiley as they've kept it even at around 200 the whole match. Over the top. And there Fazio able to get it to as it rolls along the tape and down. 7-4 the score. And a nice serve, and the service ace. As that's the third service ace for the Saints in the match. And that first one there for Marquez. Marquez over. All the way across down and put up there at the net, kept alive. There's a shot from Martin. Fazio back. Scott with the dig. Sousa, there Carlos De Silva puts it down and point Wiley. The Saints 4-point lead down to 3 now. So Martin. The serve from the center. Back. Rivera puts back for Fazio. Fazio gets a down point for the Saints. And so for Fazio will be kill number 5. She had 12 last night. The top sets up Sousa behind Carlos De Silva. Back around as Rivera sneaks it over. At a 5-point Saints lead at 10-5. And Natalie Fazio now to serve. Fazio over. Sousa back. Carlos De Silva puts it down as she slid around. And took the swing and hit the floor with it. So 10-6, Wiley trailing by 4. As now coming to serve is going to be Haley Williams. Williams over the top there. Beffer sets up Rivera. Sousa all the way across over to Neal. Beffer again across to Rivera. Sousa, top Martin, nicely dug up by Maldonado. Across to Esparza. Sousa again sets up there. Johnson now. And Rivera over the top. Sousa across. Neal. Neal charging. Dug up Marquez. Beffer back around Rivera off the fingertips of the net. Beffer again. Kitchens again tipped at the net by Wiley. Sousa. Johnson. Push back. Just defending back. And Marquez gets the point. Marquez lifts her arms just to defend herself, and it goes back towards the line, and the Saints pick up the point, 11-6. So the The serve coming. Wait. So Esparza serving. Sousa sets up, is rolling around there as Johnson kept alive into the net as Ketchin's not able to get it over. So 11-7 now the score. So Collier checks in. Sousa to serve. Over the top, Marquez. Beffer. And now Maldonado from back deep, unforced error into the net. So 11-8, Saints 5-point lead is at 3. Sousa serve. Over the top, Marquez. Beffer sets back, Rivetta. Rivetta pushes back on the line, point Saints. 12-8 now. As Rivetta, kill number 9 for Anissa Rivetta. Sousa sets up, there's Neal. Dug up by Beffer. Rivetta put back down. And again, Wiley controlling the net. With a 3-point advantage now for the Saints, 12-9. Point for Wiley. Seven blocks here in the match for Wiley as a team. Put around, Rivetta pushes it back. Sousa, around over to Martin, into the net, unforced error. 13-10 now the score. Rivetta with the Saints 3-point lead. Sousa. And Johnson had to double on the jump there to get that over. Collier. And kept over by Marquez. 2 great attempts to keep the ball in play. And now Marquez over. Sousa, a crossover to Martin. Kept alive. Was not going to be kept alive by Marquez. And point for Wiley. 13-11 the score. Carlos Da Silva has checked in. The top and service error. Saints lead now 14-11. So Journey Dimas in to serve for the Saints. Saints trailing or leading here 14-11. Trying to keep this going. That's how you trail 2-0 and service error. Last 2 tries for Dimas have been service errors. And that is number 8 now in the match. And 14-12, Saints by 2. Rivetta sets up by Esteros. And point for the Saints. 14-13, Wiley back to within 1. Actually, no. Yeah, 14-13. No, I'm sorry, 15-12 the score. As I'm off there a bit. Martin puts it down. Dug up by Marquez. Rivetta. Fazio. And going to be point for Wiley. As now, Saints saying it went off of Wiley defenders, off the fingers. And we'll have the discussion. They're giving to Wiley. One official asked the other, and he says he didn't know. So they're going to go with the original decision. 15-13, or I believe it's 14-13, right? So back we go. Rivetta. Fazio. Off Scott. Back at the net. Put down by Kitchens. So 16-13 the score. And Fazio. Scott. Sousa sets around, and coming around is the Silva, and off the fingertips of Saint, and point for Wiley. So 16-14 the score. As coming up to serve here is Williams, and that's down. Wiley with the point. And Wiley back to within one. Trailing 16-15. As Williams over, received by Marquez. Beffer across over to Rivetta. Off the top there, kept alive as Sousa. Pushed back by Martin, let it go long. Point Saints. 17-15 now the score. So Esparza to serve. Sousa across, and that's blocked back down. Point Saints. Kitchens and Rivetta. At 18-15 now. And now Esparza. Up and over. Johnson back, and now pushed back deep. Marquez could have let that one go. Marquez back around. Set up by Elder. Sousa across to Neal. Alive by Esparza. Back, Rivetta. Sends it back, Scott. Sousa. Neal. Down, Marquez. Maldonado. Sending it over is Kitchens now. Sousa will set up back there for Johnson. Off the fingertip of Maldonado. Point for Wiley. 18-16. So Collier is checked back in. Alexis Sousa. Back to serve, hop it over. Beffer. Back to Maldonado, over the top there. Scott. There, pushed back over by Collier. Beffer around now to Rivetta. Sousa. Collier set up, puts it down. Collier. 6 kills now for Talisa Collier. And Wiley again back to within one. As the Saints 18-17 lead here in set number 3. Sousa just over the top of the net. Beffer sets back Rivetta. Rivetta wide, and we are tied. And no. So they. So now the point went to Wiley. The point went to Wiley. And timeout's going to be called as we're tied at 18. Wiley has clawed their way back from trailing by 5 to tying this up here in this third set. 2 touches. And the lead for Wiley now. Their first lead of this third set. Beffer all the way across Maldonado and in. A point for the Saints. We're tied at 19. Kalani catches. That's up. Scott over the top, hit by Neal. Back around Rivera. Off the fingertips, kept alive. Now Collier. Back. Beffer around as Maldonado will just send it over. Sosa, again, Johnson able to get it down. An awkward hit from Johnson, but it worked, and she gets it in the lead for Wiley at 20-19. Into the net, service error for Neal, and we're tied at 20. So Natalie Fazio checking back in. She'll be at the net with Maldonado and Ballesteros. Rivera's serve into the net. And they never come at a good time. A service error. So Wiley takes the lead. 21-20 here. Serve is over. And Rivera. Good job to keep it. Now Marquez will just send it back. Neal. Sousa sets up for Carlos da Silva. Puts it down. And Wiley has a 2-point advantage. Eight kills now for Carlos da Silva. And a timeout for the Saints. As Kaylee Williams with the serve. Service error. 9th service error for Wiley this afternoon. The Saints back to within 1 now. Maldonado into serve. Scott back in. At libero for Wiley. Scott with the reception. Round over to Martin between Maldonado and Marquez for the point. 23-21 now. Now Elder is in. Elder. Over the top. Esparza. Rivera. Fazio. Blocking error for Wiley. The Saints to within 1 here, trailing 23-22. Fazio picking up her 8th kill of the match. Marquez serve. Now Scott. Martin sends it back and puts it down. Match point, Wiley. As Martin into the net, service error. 10 service errors now for Wiley. So Natalie Fazio serving. Saints trailing by 1. It'll be a second set point here for Wiley, but a timeout called by Wiley. Over, Sousa puts it. Marquez. Rivera back. Martin. Sousa around to Carlos da Silva. Up top again, that's going to be point Wiley. And the match I don't know what happened there. So it's in play. It's in play. The net is, or the